The Zulu word Ubuntu has no direct equivalent in the English language. It embodies the concept of synergy amongst living things. That which I do for another, I do for all life on this planet, and for myself. It is a recognition of our intertwined destinies on this small island in the vastness of the universe. France is a settlement of roughly 30,000 people on the outskirts of the city of Pietermaritzburg in Kwazulu Natal Province, South Africa. On the face of it, there's nothing unusual about this place. You can observe thousands like it on the outskirts of cities throughout the world. Here you will find happiness and sadness, joy, suffering and pain, as you will anywhere where there are people. It is France's potential for difference that makes it unique. Prior to 1992, the area that is now France was farmland, which was at that time expropriated by local government for the purpose of building housing for refugees from political unrest in surrounding areas. By April of that year, 207 houses had been constructed for this purpose and were occupied. At the same time, the construction of an additional 500 low-cost houses was planned for the area. Today, more than 5,000 homes occupy less than 1,200 hectares of land. Most of the houses in France are no more than a single 5 by 4 meter room with 5 people living in it. Some do not have electricity, running water, or a toilet. For a few months every year, the hot, dry winter turns France into a dust bowl. There are few trees to offer relief from the African sun. Many who live under these cramped and contagious conditions are unemployed, and those who are employed seldom make enough money to adequately feed themselves or their families. The nearest public clinic is 4 kilometers away. For decades, the majority of humanitarian aid given to Africa's impoverished communities has been directed towards alleviating starvation and disease. Far too often, these efforts have occurred in relative isolation, treating symptoms of poverty without healing the underlying causes. The problems inherent in this approach have become particularly obvious in countries such as Ethiopia, where years of food aid has all but wiped out subsistence farming. Considerable resources have been put into initiatives which answer the crucial immediate needs of places like France. Medicine and food have been arriving in Africa from all over the world since the 60s. Almost half a century later, one cannot help but notice that Africa's children are still sick and starving. A more involved, comprehensive approach is necessary. There is a group of people here in Pietermaritzburg who, through their various skills and talents, are working towards healing France and empowering its people to be all that they can be. Reach Out's Melanie Duplessis has dedicated years of her life to meeting the immediate needs of the people in France. She is passionately working towards providing improved access to healthcare, basic services and food. A local company recently donated and planted more than 600 trees in France. This is a powerful contribution towards making France and our planet a more hospitable place to live. Plans to encourage and support sustainable economic building techniques hold great promise as a means to providing both homes and employment. There is a considerable amount of small-scale subsistence agriculture being practiced throughout France. During the summer, verdant green vegetable gardens are to be seen scattered amongst the houses. By supporting and working with the France community to expand the local production of fresh, healthy produce, dependency upon donated food will be reduced, and people's general health improved. The growing of food also provides another valuable source of income.